Ho ho buddies, welcome to Borderline Games. I'm Gareth and today we're playing Master Detective Archives Raincoat Plus and we're looking at the second scene of the crime. We've also already been to the first scene of the crime, which is the club. We saw the guy that was nailed to the wall and it seemed like the guy who was the murderer is a slender figure that escaped through a vent. Now let's go to the second scene of the crime, which I think we got to go this way. Let's go this way to the second scene of the crime. Off we go.
There's a large mansion beyond the gate over there. Why
are you trying to jump up like that? You can see through the gate.
That's probably it. Let's go inside.
Make yourself as short as possible. Yumi. Yumi? Yuma. Yumi. Yuma? I think its name's Yuma.
Closed, as expected.
No, I think it might be Yumi.
Are you sure?
She's going to get us in a lot of trouble. Okay, what is my name? We need to know that. We can't not know that. No. Profiles? Yuma! Of course it's Yuma. Well, we cleared that up. Next time on Borderline Games. Okay, through the...
Looks like a haunted mansion.
Why? Because it's run down.
I hope there aren't any ghosts around. I have a feeling they'll appear this time.
I've been meaning to ask, but aren't you kind of a ghost yourself?
Yeah, you're definitely a ghost.
The incident occurred about 3 months ago. The victim was Ali Hohen, the owner of this mansion. He had no family and lived alone. The mansion is now empty and dilapidated. The crime scene is in the study near the back. Let's go.
Gamers.
The Nailman killings had another common factor, besides the locked room. The first person to find the body was always the same person.
That worshipper from church? Do you suspect him too?
Well, he's the red herring now. I feel like he's not the culprit. So who's the culprit? It could be the nun, or it could be the priest.
What he said did make sense. He's been obsessed.
Why is it called a red herring? Isn't that weird?
Had access to the names of potential victims. It's not too surprising for him to be the first on the scene each time.
So not that suspicious.
I guess I shouldn't assume things going into this.
That's right.
Because you know what assume does?
It's down this hallway.
Makes an ass out of Yume, whoever Yume is.
There's little time. Let's head straight there.
Ha! Think you're partners now just because you held hands with my master?
Oh yeah, we hold hands with Halara and we can share her power. And that apparently is my forte. I can hold hands with people and share their ability, which is awesome.
I'll have you know, Master and I are connected on a much deeper level.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that I've got a connection to multiple people now and I have to be tethered to people.
Don't make it sound so suggestive.
Is Shinigami always holding my hand for some reason? Why would that be a thing? We talking about Gareth?
Feels like a jump scare's coming up.
So this is the study where the crime took place.
Hey, check this out. It says here the phrase red herring refers to something meant to be misleading or distracting, and its origins are linked to the practice of using smoked herrings to train dogs in hunting. Is that true? That's crazy. The strong pungent smell of the smoked fish could be used to lure dogs away from the actual scent they were following, thus diverting their attention. So it was to train them not to be distracted by the fish, was it? Its origins are linked to the practice of using smoked herring to train dogs in hunting. Red herring is a type of smoked herring which turns reddish in colour during the smoking process. In the past, red herring was used to train hunting dogs to follow a scent. Oh, so they were using smoked herrings for the dogs to simply find. Which is now used to describe anything that's misleading or that throws someone off. And it was popularised by William Cobbett. Cobbett? Cobert. It's double T, so it's got to be Cobbett. I think. Alright. Anyway, I think the worshipper guy is a red herring.
Oh,
I think that dogs are trying to find him and eat him.
I wonder if the lock was broken at the time of discovery here too. And there's nothing left here either.
Locks are broken. So they're broken by the peacekeepers, but it doesn't look like it's tampered with, so what does that mean?
I don't want to do it, but I suppose I can share my post-cognition.
I think Halara wants to do it at this point. She's curious. And I'm winking.
Are you sure?
Don't make a big deal out of it. Just make it quick.
Don't make it weird. Investigation. Alright. Check around the desk and fish tank.
That's true.
There are fish in the tank. That is true. It doesn't seem like they've been cared for since the owner was killed. They're looking pretty bad. Inside the tank, some kind of secret passage.
Yeah.
Would be interesting. It doesn't appear to be related to the case. Post-cognition. Holding hands. I'm too scared. Please look after me, mummy.
It was vividly brought to life before us. It all happens in silence, as though awakening from an eternal slumber.
So we've had 2 men and a woman killed so far.
But the corpse will never wake up again. Even if the corpse did awaken, the nails pinning him down would prevent him from rising.
So far we've had someone involved in gambling. What's this guy involved in?
The door is the only
Fish.
exit to the room. There are no
Trying to kind of
windows and the vent
push some kind of religious angle, maybe.
don't seem
Because maybe that would mean it'd be the priest or the nun.
Maybe the doll nailed to the wall holds the answer to this bizarre mystery.
Based on what we've talked about now, I'm completely off the worshipper. Or maybe it is the worshipper, I don't know. What's that on the wall? Fish tank. There's a huge tank here, but there aren't any fish inside. Living things can't be seen through post-cognition. It doesn't have that ability. You can just see when they're dead. Lamp. There's a switch there as well.
Oh,
The lamp's light is pointed at the table. It probably wasn't turned on at the time. I don't see anything suspicious. Doesn't seem like the lamp is related to the case. There's a switch, though. There's a switch for the projector on the desk. Looks like it was set to off when the corpse was found. Anything else? Up, down, left, right. I guess I gotta look at these now. There's a switch. Okay, cool. Lamp.
yeah.
It's a lamp. The light's on right now.
Say,
Make sure to use the proper lighting in addition to these kinds of lightings, as eye strain may occur.
Use proper lighting in addition to these kinds of lighting, as in the lamp. Okay, cool. Thanks, Shinigami. Who are you talking to, Shinigami?
Just a PSA.
Okay. Could I have looked... Hang on.
sit down.
Could I have looked up here? Yes, I could have. Cool.
That's right.
There's a projector installed in the center of the bookcase. That is right. I'd like to take a look, but I can't reach it.
That's right.
At least use those little things that are kind of relevant to what's being said. Halara, could you please take a look around the projector?
Very well.
Sure. Give me a moment. The projector is pretty dusty. It doesn't seem to have been used since before the incident. So it's probably got nothing to do with the case. That's what you think. Well, I'm going to hold your hand. The projector is installed in the center of the bookcase. It wasn't on when the corpse was found.
I'm
You'll never reach it, Master. I'll check it out for you.
Well, did you find anything unusual?
Nope. Everything is extremely usual and unrelated to the case.
Perfect. But I get detective points, and I'm going to level up my character. Let's ignore that for now. Check... Oh, the area near the hallway. Okay. Bookshelf near the hallway. All these books are lined up so neatly. They're covered in dust. Nobody's touched them for a long time. Meaning they won't help us with the case. Let's have a look at post-cognition. Hold your hand. Give me that hand. Well, there's some books that are red. Is that relevant or is that weird? Even in the past, several books line the shelf. I checked, but it doesn't seem like anything's different between then and now.
I see.
In that case, it's probably not related to the case. Why does it look so weird then? Oh, hello. Doll on the wall.
There's only one doll nailed to the wall. Comparatively, there was a nearly obnoxious number of dolls nailed to the walls in the other crime scenes.
Interesting.
Maybe
Copycat.
There's no room to nail them to the walls because of all the bookshelves in the way? Wait, this doll has both eyes gouged out.
Weird.
Did the culprit do this on purpose? This keeps getting more and more disturbing.
With all this kind of background noise and the music happening, I can barely hear Yuma talking.
But it's kinda creepy cute. I wanna put one next to the top of a staircase.
I don't really want to turn it down in general because I've already done that, and the vocals are actually kind of boosted. But I might have to if this is how it's going to be from the investigations. I can barely hear him. I can read it though.
Would you want to do that?
You know, this doll seems made of cheaper materials compared to the other ones.
Interesting. Maybe it is a copycat?
Hey, you're right. Like it's made of resin instead of porcelain. The texture looks cheap, but also more durable.
What does that mean?
Have eyeballs.
The eye holes are connected to each other in the head cavity. It's like that darkness is staring into me.
I don't like this. Too close. Yuma, back away.
There's a mark on the edge of the eye holes near the nose. It looks like a string rubbed against it. How did this mark get here?
Dolls made of resin, not porcelain. It looks like a thin string rubbed against the inner corner of the eyes. What a weird thing to notice. Okay, let's get this stopping. That's better. Let's get it stopping. Check around the painting. Did I already do that? And then we've got back shelf of the desk, stacked books.
Oh!
2 extraordinarily thick books are stacked on the desk. These books are in great condition aside from some dust. They look completely untouched.
Beats me.
You probably wanted to seem knowledgeable. They haven't been moved for a while. They're probably not related to the case. To the case. I was just seeing if there was a exit up. Maybe they could have been stepped on. Step on me. Bookshelf by the desk. It's a carefully organised bookshelf. Looks like all the novels belong to the same series. The Going saga.
Yeah.
I am going to solve this case. I believe this series has more than 150 volumes. Unfortunately, the author has passed away. Going? It's a shame the story never saw an ending. Great. Rank up! Yay! Landscape paintings in extravagant frames are on display. All these paintings look incredibly expensive.
However,
They're counterfeits. Not a single one is genuine. Doesn't look like anything's relevant to the case here. Let's investigate elsewhere. Not until I hold your hand! On the floor. Ah, they're not stacked anymore. 2 extraordinarily thick books are placed on the desk. It doesn't look like the books were stacked. Ah, hang on.
well,
They weren't stacked when the body was found. The peacekeepers must have stacked them. Good grief, what a bunch of amateurs. The placement seems to be the only thing that's changed. I don't think this will help with the case. Well, I'll be the judge of that. A series of books is arranged neatly on the shelf. There's no indication the books have been moved. I don't think they're related to the case. I agree. Let's look somewhere else. Doll on the floor. Several dolls have been nailed to the floor. After the clock tower and the secret club, this makes 3. It doesn't make it any less creepy, though.
beats me.
Now's not the time to show fear. Investigate thoroughly and find the clues to solve the case. Right.
I see.
The dolls have nothing in common, and I don't see any unusual markings either.
It appears.
Nothing to do with the case, then. And they're definitely something to do with the case. I mean, Why does he bring a load of dolls with him and nails them to the floor next to a body? That's weird.
What does that mean?
There's an expensive looking landscape painting, but it's tilted. I wonder why. Could this be related to the locked room? Yeah, is there something behind it?
It appears.
Doubtful. Judging by the marks of the wall, I'd say this painting was hung at an angle. Peacekeepers must have altered it by mistake during the investigation. By mistake, eh? How confusing. Okay, stop, for God's sake. There we go. Finally. It's all come down to this. Corpse. Marks on corpse.
That's true.
This is where the first witness found the body. The bloodstains are still here. Considering the amount of blood, the victim was probably killed here, right?
It appears.
It seems very likely. Post-cognition. Give me a hand. I'm scared. Okay. Corpse.
The victim was a well-built man, approximately 30 years old. The corpse here is also covered in nails. His appendages and chest are all nailed to the floor.
The owner of this mansion made his fortune in real estate from an early age. But along with aggressive land sharking and other illicit transactions, he made shady deals with Amaterasu Corp. There are several reasons he'd be hated. A doll with his name on it was bound to be nailed in the church forest.
I wonder how the person who cursed him feels, now that he's actually dead.
It's so funny that we're holding hands.
Perhaps they feel no responsibility. They just hopped on the urban legend bandwagon.
Halara, help me up. I've fallen. I can't get up.
Is that really the case?
What was just said then? Perhaps they feel no responsibility. They just hopped on the urban legend bandwagon. I see.
Wait, this is odd.
Did you find something?
There's nails in him.
Look closely. The length of the nails driven into the corpse are all slightly different.
Are these murders that have been disguised as Nailman murders?
The length isn't the problem here. It's how hard they were hammered in.
What do you mean?
The nails driven into the lower torso went through the body and into the floor.
Okay.
But the nails in the upper torso did not penetrate all the way through the body.
But why would the culprit not hammer the nails in as hard on the upper body?
That's not the only unnatural thing. The nail wounds on the lower
Take a look at the
torso
blood.
appear to be bleeding sideways.
Oh, was he on the wall originally?
But the upper torso wounds are bleeding vertically down toward his waist.
Okay. So those were... He was on the wall with these upper piercings. And then was ripped off for some reason. And then pierced again through his legs? Is that what we're saying? Why not just
Differently between the upper and lower body?
Why not just reattach him to the floor with the upper ones?
Maybe the upper and lower torsos are different people, and they were smushed together after death.
No, no way.
That's disturbing.
The blood from the nails stuck in the upper and lower body of the corpse seems to be flowing in different directions. Weird. Victim's neck. He has a neck.
The cause of death here appears to be strangulation as well. And like the others, there are rope marks around the neck and traces of a struggle. Oh, but on a closer look, there's a mark left by a thin string on the back of his neck.
Hmm.
It's been the rope that was used to strangle him. The thickness is completely different.
There are two different types of string marks on the body. Was he? But even then, it'd be
Oops.
odd to
What was the end of that? Was he strangled twice?
only have marks behind his neck. And why do the strings have different thicknesses?
Anyway, it's an important piece of evidence.
There were rope marks caused by strangulation and wounds from resisting. There were also string marks on the back of the victim's neck. Alright. Are we done here? No, we've got to check the door.
Let's check it.
vent? Could he have got through that vent? This is our point of exit.
It's a vent, but it's too small for a person to fit through. And it's also screwed shut from the inside. It seems impossible to remove.
What's this now? Master, I discovered something. There are marks in the gap between the vents, like something scraped against it.
Really?
Oh. Were they strangled? Were they strangled and then the peacekeepers came in and nailed them down? Is that what's going on? We just found a way that they were strangled. And then someone came in and nailed the body down and made a scene of it.
But given your height, you couldn't see it even if you stood on a chair.
Halara, can you use that chair to peek into the vent?
Unnecessary roast.
I will do so for 10,000 Xian.
You're very short humor is what we're trying to tell you.
You're charging me for it?
I jest.
I just think that I should charge you for it.
The marks in the vent seem to be left by strings rubbing against it.
Yeah, I think maybe these people were strangled through the wall.
Did someone hitch a string to it or something?
Interesting.
It shouldn't even be visible from your perspective. I'm surprised you noticed.
Are we using already established murders that just happen to happen? Are we trying to disguise them as Nailman murders to hide the Nailman's true victim? I don't know.
Oh, it was just a hunch.
See? I told you I'm useful. I do way more than just float around. You should give me 10,000 Xian as a reward.
Don't push it.
A headache.
The vent is too small for a person to enter or exit. There is evidence that a string or something similar scraped against the gap in it. Door.
This is...
The door to the study. We left it open just in case. It's always good to be wary of sudden attacks. Never let your guard down. Right, got it.
I'll...
It's because of the teaching of yours truly. You're welcome, Master.
Post-cognition. Hold my hand. Door.
The door here can only be locked with
I feel like Shinigami's left out here. We should hold her hand as well.
no spares exist. The scenario resembles the locked room mystery in the casino. We can disregard the possibility of a duplicate key.
Right, let's read that again. It can only be locked with a key, however there is only a master key, no spare exists, so no duplicate keys, great.
The master key was found in this room at the time of discovery.
This is also similar to the locked room mystery in the secret club.
But there is one difference. The key was found underneath the corpse.
Under the corpse? But we can't move the corpse in the past, so we can't confirm if that's true.
The key was found underneath the corpse. How do you know that?
Post-cognition isn't all-powerful, but it's a fact that the key was found under the corpse.
You know too much about these murders, Halara.
I have a crime scene photo, taken back then, in my jacket pocket. No details.
I always carry it around.
Right.
I'll just give you a quick kiss. Okay. That's the wrong picture.
Wait, not that one. I meant the other photo.
That's the weird picture of that
Case.
weirdly realistic photo of a cat that I have for no reason.
Oh, this is it. You're right. The key's near the middle of his back. But can this photo be trusted? Could it be something that peacekeepers fabricated?
The peacekeepers acknowledged the incident occurred in a locked room. Besides, there's no need for fabrication. After all, it would be more convenient for them to have fewer mysteries to deal with.
Yeah, maybe the peacekeepers aren't responsible for setting up a weird crime scene. I don't know, there seems to be something to the idea that they're being strangled. outside of the room. Well, how would you even do that?
No, that's expected of a detective. You're starting to figure out how to do your job.
Was that a compliment?
Is that really all it takes to please you?
Also,
Yeah, I suppose if you treat me mean for so long, any kind of compliment is going to come across as, like real praise.
remember it well.
Yeah, okay.
It could be better. I'm pretty sure the body's the wrong angle as well. And I don't remember all those triangles being there.
But why a sketch? How can it help solve the mystery? Also, what was with that cat photo anyway? That's surprisingly cute.
I think I'm falling in love. The key to the mansion study. There are no copies of this master key. I like that if the cat photo came up as well. Turns out Halara is pretty cute. The mansion's floor plan and a photo of the locked room mystery, both received from Halara. A photo of a cat. Okay, we've done this then. We're done. We're done?
Looks like there's nothing left to check.
How'd you get all the way over there, Halara? Jumping back so quick. Oh, I guess that is the position of the body. I'm sorry, Halara, for doubting you. End the investigation.
Now we've gathered enough evidence. Though it appears complicated at first glance, the answer is simple.
Huh? Halara, did you already solve the locked room mystery?
Let's just quickly... No. No. Where is it? I want to quickly look at our options. Volume settings. Background music. Sound effects. Let's turn those down. Voice up. Yeah, let's turn everything else down. Perfect. Let's do that. Okay. I guess I'd only turn the music down.
This is looking pretty good.
What? You haven't?
There's no way to solve it with what we have. How was the room locked?
It's unfit for one detective to ask another that question. For the sake of your own pride, you must figure it out.
No, I'm pretty sure that's not how it works.
Unless you'd like to hire me to do it for you. It won't come cheap.
I'll figure it out myself.
It's really
And I'll wink at you.
money with Halara.
The longer I'm with Halara, the deeper into debt I'll get.
The longer I'm with
It's starting
Halara.
to scare me.
Is
No,
Halara an actual
let
name?
us be swift. Next up is our last quest.
Looks really weird. Halara. Sounds nice though.
Wait!
Maybe I'll call my next dog Halara. Is there any secrets down here? Hallway door.
Huh?
What was that?
Blech.
What the fuck was that? The door's locked.
Say,
Master, that voice just now.
Just our imaginations, probably. Okay. Should I go up here? You gonna let me go up here? You let me go up here? No, you're not. Okay.
The next one is the art gallery in Ginma district. We're running low on time, so we must hurry.
Right. The chief's in danger after all.
Danger! Weird delivery. I'm fine with it though. Bum 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 bum. Move along now. Nothing to see here. Let's go. Let's get to the bus stop. Hang on. No, not that. This. Ah, right here. Awesome. No need to take the bus.
So this is the art gallery.
I mean, it's also a museum, I guess.
It's closed due to special circumstances.
The murder occurred only about a month ago. But I'm certain the crime scene has been cleaned up. like
Wow,
the
why the
others.
long pause? The pause like in that photo of your cat.
Wait! It's not a good idea to break into the art gallery!
Full on kick.
Did you say something?
Never mind.
Hello.
Wow, wow.
Inside the art gallery. It's one of many storage rooms.
Good premise for a
I won't
sitcom.
allow time to be wasted.
Wait, please!
Breaking and entering. Hello. Okay, here we are. This is an art gallery. Locked door.
Oh!
Seems like this door's locked. I wonder whether there's a mystery behind it.
Well,
There are priceless works of art all over the place. Of course the door's going to be locked.
Need to get Halara to break it down.
Is this the storage room where the crime scene took place? It's locked.
Not for long.
We're going in.
Jesus Christ. I wonder how these locks all got mysteriously broken, Halara.
We're like a couple of thugs or something. Was the first on the scene the person from the church again?
As expected, it's the same worshiper. And he did say he was following the victim after finding a doll with the same name. He saw the victim enter the building late at night. He then searched the premises with the
I'm not sure why Halara's taking these
When they
ungodly
opened the
pauses.
storage room, they discovered the body of the victim inside it. The door was locked at the time of discovery, and the key was found inside.
ooh, another locked room mystery. That's more total.
4 locked room mysteries.
I'm starting to get bored. It's not so special anymore.
What do you mean special? People have died. Let's start investigating it.
We're stood right on top of the crime scene. Right on top of the murder. Investigate. Alright, well I guess next time we're going to be investigating this crime scene. Oh look, it's Edward... What's his name? Edvard Munch's The Scream, or looks something similar to that. We're going to be investigating this and Edvard Munch's The Scream next time on Borderline Games. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Master Detective Archives Raincode Plus. And I will see you next time. Look at Halara covering her eye like a cutie. I'll see you next time. Have a good evening. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.